Okay, good. All right, we got her.
Hey, Kat, I'm muting now because the kids are home behind me, so
Oh, that's right, it's summer.
summer. So if you
Summer.
need me, give me a minute to find the button.
Karen, find your button. We need you. Okay, we're practicing. We're all good. Are you all having a good summer? Lisa, it's really hot here. Is it hot where you are?
It's wonderful. It's about 70 in Seattle, which is perfect.
Oh, that is perfect. 70
Yeah.
degrees is awesome. So I know it's real rainy there, and Janelle's always telling me it's so that you have all these beautiful floral stuff. So is it rainy in the summer there too?
Oh yeah, it rains during the summer. Generally, it will rain periodically during the summer until August, and then we kind of hit a dry spell. But actually, it's been really, really dry in June. We didn't have a
Wow.
lot of rain in June.
That is not a word I hear often describing Seattle. Yes, it's really dry here lately. Yeah.
Yeah, it has been comparatively.
Yeah, that's unusual. Yeah, I'm always complaining about the rain out there, and it would be hard for me to live there because I'm a sunny person. I really like my sun, and yeah, but look at all the beautiful plants we have. So yeah, you're right. It is
Yep.
gorgeous out there. Have you always lived there?
Yeah, I'm from Seattle, and it's funny because I love the sun too, and yeah, it's so beautiful here. We've got, everything, the water and
Mm-hmm.
the beautiful like foliage, and it's just but we do have to put up with the rain to get all that
Yep, that's
green
what
and
she keeps
but
making that point to me. You have to have the
yeah,
bad to get with the good.
but I could do with like maybe one day of rain every couple weeks. I would be perfectly
Yeah,
happy with that. I love
yeah.
if we could have spring and summer all year long in Seattle where it just
Oh.
rains a little bit. Oh my gosh, it would be awesome.
Yeah, I miss my beach, and when I was out there, it was the water you all have out there is beautiful. It's a part of the
Yeah.
country my husband has always wanted to go to, so we're going to go together. And we're just chatting, guys. You are in the right place. This is a Top Rated Seller webinar. We're just giving our attendees a chance to get here. We don't want to start right exactly on time. We'll give them a minute or two. Hope you're all ready for taking notes, because Lisa always brings tons of content. So get your notepad ready. I promise you'll need it. Get your pencil and paper out as I'm scrambling through my desk trying to find mine, Lisa.
Yep.
Never enough
We're
notes
gonna
taking
cover a
paper.
lot of ground today, everybody.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's funny because Amazon sellers always tend to refer to it as fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is the big buzzword. And on eBay sellers, it tends to talk about holiday sales like you've got in your title. I noticed that at the eBay radio party this weekend. There wasn't so much talk about Q4 as there was about holidays or Christmas is coming up.
It's interesting, isn't it? I've noticed
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, just the wording is different in the two seller communities. Oh, we have a question. I love questions. Ah, Sandy says hi. Hi, Sandy. Social Sandy is here, everybody, guys. We had a great webinar with her last month on Search, Cassini, and the Impossible Dream. Lisa, how do you like that title? Wasn't that a great title?
Love it.
I thought that was an awesome title. All right. Okay, well, Lisa, if you're ready, I think we're ready. We're going to do our little introduction spiel, and we'll get going. And I'll do the quick spiel because we got a lot of content with Lisa.
I'm ready, Kat.
All right, here we go. Welcome, everybody, to the Top Rated Seller webinars. Today we have a wonderful presentation by Lisa Satora of lisasatora.com. The time is now. Preparing your eBay business to maximize holiday sales. Thank you, Lisa. We do a little housekeeping. We've got some major changes this week. The Top Rated Seller webinars are now hosted by ecommerceweekly.com. So if you're looking for our website, if you're looking for any of our past webinars, all of our content is now hosted on ecommerceweekly.com. You'll find recorded webinars all the way back to 2012, 2013, and this year, as well as sign-ups for our next upcoming webinars, and also all of the PDFs and all of the education that you're used to finding at Top Rated Seller webinars. You'll now need to find us at ecommerceweekly.com. We will have a recording of this webinar up within 24 hours. We'll have a PDF copy of the presentation slides, and we'll have it all hosted in one place, ecommerceweekly.com. If you're having audio problems on the phone, the best advice we can give you is to hang up and call back in. Sometimes that phone line just doesn't do a good job. And on the computer, if the computer issues are giving you trouble with the audio, try calling in with your phone. Please remember to support our sponsors. Without their sponsorship, we would not be able to have these great content webinars for you. Our sponsors include Social, Beacon, Stamps.com, eBay Radio, and GoDaddy Online Bookkeeping. We also are put together with our connectors. It'd be That Cat, that's me. I am a website at thatcat.com, and Karen Locker at solutionsforecommerce.com. Upcoming webinar, we have a great webinar coming for you. You can sign up today at ecommerceweekly.com/webinars. Next month on Wednesday, July 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we will be listening to Cindy Sorley, who is presenting on eBay Mobile is Now. Cindy runs her eBay business 100% on mobile, listing, sourcing, and selling on eBay Mobile. So join us next month for that. And I think that's all I've got to say, Lisa. We're ready for you. Thanks for joining us.
Well, awesome, Kat. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm really excited to be here to help everybody kick off the holiday selling season, because even though it's June, a lot of us, our kids are just now getting out of school. My kids have only been out of school for 3 days, and yet this is the time to start thinking about getting ready for your holiday sales. So we're going to jump right into that. It just, for those who don't know me, just a little bit about why I'm here and why I'm here talking about holiday sales. My company is Lisa Satora International, and we've been providing online marketing, sourcing, and strategy training for e-commerce merchants since 2004. So we are having a 10-year anniversary this year of online training. To date, we've worked with more than 47,000 online merchants in 8 countries and over 2,600 niche markets. And I'll tell you, every single holiday selling season, something changes. There's new approaches. There's new ways to increase your sales and to attract new customers that are going to be with you for years to come. And so it's really exciting to be here today for the kickoff of yet another holiday selling season. We specialize really in working with online store owners, anywhere from startup to helping them go from whether they're startup or intermediate, taking them into the 6- and 7-figure business revenue range, and that is the customer who really, in this day and age, has tremendous growth potential. Just excited to say, just got back from eBay Radio. Kat, you were there. I was speaking there on the topic of visual content velocity, and that was kind of the culmination. I started speaking at eBay events back in 2005 at eBay Live at the 10-year anniversary of eBay in Las Vegas, and since then I've been honored to speak at both eBay On Location, eBay Lives all the way through 2008, and then for the first time ever in June I spoke at eBay Radio, and that was such an awesome event. Great to see old friends and make new friends, and just feel complete now that I've been speaking at every single eBay event that there has been so far. So here we are today. It is June. It's June 23rd, and we're probably all thinking about vacation and going to the beach, but the time is now to start preparing your store, your listings, your inventory for holiday sales. Now, that being said, whenever, I know this webinar is being recorded, we may have people coming in August to listen to this webinar. We may have people find us in September or October. It doesn't matter when you are viewing this webinar. What you need to know is that whenever you come across today's training, take it from whatever day it is, whether it's hot and sunny June or we're starting to get into fall. You want to start immediately preparing for this year's holiday selling season. I love this quote from Thomas Edison: "Good fortune is what happens when opportunity meets with planning." And that's really what we have here. The holiday selling season is a huge opportunity for e-commerce or for eBay sellers. The majority of online merchants make a bulk of their revenue during the fourth quarter, during that lucrative holiday selling season. And so planning in advance, and that's why we're doing this webinar in June, so that you have time to actually put together a holiday plan, which you're going to have after today's webinar. You have time to consistently work on putting in place your holiday plan, because we still have to run the day-to-day business, right? We're not going to be able to drop everything and plan for the holidays. And so it's never too early to start that second track. And that's the first tip I want to give to people is as you're thinking about the holiday selling season moving forward and going through today's plan, I want you to really think about your business as you're really running two tracks right now. You've got your day-to-day, what am I selling in the summer? What am I selling in the fall? You've got that track, selling, listing, marketing for the current season. And then the second track is the holiday selling season. And if you start as soon as possible and do a little bit every day, a little bit every week, where you're actually blocking out time to work on holiday-specific things, come September, you are going to be well prepared for when the holiday buyers come online to shop. Now, it's never too late. I just want people to know that. If you're coming into this in September and you hear me say, oh, well, but wait, it's September, I'm not prepared, this holiday season is lost, it's not. It's never too late. And with the steps we're going to go through today, you're going to have a very specific plan on what to do. So, for everybody, start creating your holiday good fortune today, because why? We only have one shot at this holiday selling season. Once this season is gone, we're waiting for 2015. So let's jump in and get started on putting together your plan for preparing for the holidays. So today we're going to talk about what's changed with holiday 2014. Things change every single year. What do buyers want this year? Every year, there's a little bit more of I want this, I want that. I'm going to talk about what our buyers want this year. We're going to then go into the foundation of your holiday sales, and that is what are you going to sell during the holidays. I'm going to give you some holiday sourcing strategies that will really get you well positioned to have in-demand inventory that your customers want and products that are going to sell very well between September and the end of the year, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. Then we're going to talk about some holiday listing and selling strategies. There's a few things that have changed this year on eBay that you'll want to be aware of in order to get your products seen and in order to get those listings to convert into sales. And of course, my favorite, holiday marketing strategies. How to get your best holiday products in front of more buyers and in front of new buyers. It's really competitive during the holidays, and so it's not a situation where you can just list your holiday product and have it there on eBay and think, okay, I'm done. Really, to get that competitive edge and to stay 3 steps ahead of the competition, we really need to look at promoting those holiday products, right? Because we want to sell as many holiday products as possible. And at the end, we're going to have some time for questions. And I believe that we're doing questions at the end of this webinar, Kat. Correct me if I'm wrong. So here is the graphic, holiday 2014. And you might be looking at this saying, why does it say September to January? This is not a mistake, guys. So what I want everyone to reframe when you think about the holiday season. So the holiday season starts in September. 39% of shoppers make their first holiday gift purchase in the month of September. In fact, it's actually getting earlier where people are starting to make their purchases in August and throughout the summer. We've all heard of Christmas in July. So when you are thinking about the period of time where you're going to be able to sell inventory that you've sourced specifically for the holidays, I want you to think of this calendar and realize that you have opportunities to make holiday sales from September all the way through until about January 16th. So we've got that post-Christmas selling season, which keeps going strong all the way through the middle of January. And I'm going to show you some specific holidays within a holiday that you're going to be able to sell into over these next 4.5 months. But here's the big thing. You guys remember last year was a short peak holiday shopping season where we had a late Thanksgiving and then we only had 26 days between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Well, guess what? Same thing again this year. Thanksgiving is the last Thursday in November, which means, so here we are, November 27, which means we have 25 days between November 27th and December 23rd, which if you're shipping expedited shipping, that's really our last day to get those packages out for overnight delivery, for delivery on Wednesday the 24th. So we have another short shopping season. This is very, very, very important. Why? Because last year, in looking at that historical data, shoppers bought earlier. So things started to ramp up significantly earlier, late October, early November. And it wasn't that, holiday shoppers started shopping like crazy. I mean, they did obviously increase their purchases once we hit Black Friday. That's traditionally the way that we see sales scale, is that peak coming or starting at Black Friday. But here's the thing. All of the analysts last year thought that this week, the week of the 15th of December, was just going to be just huge that week before Christmas, because we had such a compressed peak selling season. Well, much to all of our surprise, shoppers did not rush out and buy as much as expected. I mean, this was still obviously one of the strongest weeks of the holiday season, but what they did, rather than wait till the last minute, is they front-loaded their purchases here before Thanksgiving. So it's really important to be prepared earlier than ever before this year, because, as I said, shoppers are starting earlier, and when we've got 40% of online buyers making their first holiday gift purchase in September, if your store and your products are not ready and available for those buyers to purchase, as we move into fall, you're going to leave money on the table, and we don't want to do that. And then also, again, looking at this calendar, prepare for a very, very strong November. And, shoppers may surprise us this year and, blow it out the week of December 15th. A lot of people, I think, are going to remember that little snafu problem we had with delivery with UPS, being overwhelmed with packages and products getting delayed until after Christmas last year. People will remember this. So my prediction is that we're going to see even the traditional procrastinators, they're going to be shopping early to make sure that people get the gifts on time. So real quickly, there are many seasons within the holiday selling season, and every year I post a slide, and every year people say, I had no idea. So I'm going to go through this real quick. Back to school shopping spans from July 5th, which is the kickoff of the season, through October 15th. So for those of you who sell into that category, you have a huge span of time which to capitalize on that, what we call actually a holiday selling season. It's not a traditional holiday, but it's still a back-to-school specific selling season. Then we have what we call Falloween, so fall-themed products that carry over into Halloween. Then, of course, Halloween, huge, one of the largest seasonal holidays that you'll find for online business. Fall products, Thanksgiving, of course, people buying things for the Thanksgiving holiday. Then we run into the peak holiday gift giving season, which again traditionally kicks off on Black Friday and goes through December 23rd, but plan for that to be earlier this year. Once we get to Christmas, then we have people who are redeeming gift certificates. Maybe they got an eBay gift card, they have extra cash. These guys are shopping on Christmas and they just start going. In fact, one thing you want to prepare for, sales on Thanksgiving, sales on Christmas Eve, sales on Christmas Day. Why? Because of mobile, because people are there at the relatives with their phone, with their tablet, they're bored with the game, they're done eating. What do? They whip out their tablets and phones and start shopping and buying things for themselves. So plan for those days to be very heavy in sales for your business. And then, of course, after the holidays, people are buying things that they didn't get, they are returning things that they didn't want, and they're going to eBay and buying things that they do want, and that's what's going to take us Christmas week through mid-January. Also sales of winter products, and then we get into January, we've got New Year's. Fitness, that's when everybody wants to get back in shape after overeating during the holidays. We want to put a fresh start, press the reset button on our lives. We want products that are going to help us get organized, improve our mind, improve our body. We have this huge push in January where people are out there now buying products that are going to give them a fresh start. So as you see this list, you can see that it's not just about the gift season. There are many, many selling seasons in between, starting in July all the way through the middle of January. And that's why this second half of the year is very, very lucrative for e-commerce merchants. Here is a huge trend that is continuing to grow, and it will impact what you sell this year. It's called self-gifting, and this is really a national trend. It's a trend that we've been seeing in the States for several years now. In 2013, more than 62% of Americans purchased a gift or two or three for themselves while doing their holiday shopping. Why is this important to you? Because this means that if you don't sell traditional holiday-specific gift items, like let's say you sell vacuums, okay? Vacuums were one of the most self-gifted items of holiday 2013. So basically the bottom line is there's more people shopping online. There's just more traffic to eBay. There are more buyers out there, credit card out there, online. They're making their gift purchases, and they're saying, you know what, I'm going to get something for myself. I'm here. I'm going to get something for myself. And, 50% spent an average of nearly $130 per gift. So that's a heck of a lot of money. In fact, it is truly changing the face of revenue and what people buy during the holiday selling season. And this is a great side note here. I just want you to know that it's not just women who are out there self-gifting. Men are big shoppers when it comes to self-gifting, but it's kind of funny. They don't like to tell people that they're buying these little gifts for themselves, whereas the women are more likely to say, oh yeah, I just bought this for myself, and show this off during the holidays. I just thought that was kind of an interesting approach, how men differ with buying stuff for themselves versus women. So what do you do with the self-gifting trend? Well, retailers are now running ad campaigns encouraging shoppers to treat themselves, making us feel okay about, one for them, one for me. Personally, I think it's a great trend, right? I like to do self-gifting when I do my online holiday shopping. So one of the things that you can do to capitalize on this trend that's already happening is that you can create messaging for your products and in your marketing to remind people to treat themselves. And here's just a couple examples you can see. I mean, something as little as a gift tag that says, to me, from me. Don't leave yourself off the list, and then have that, on the image that you pin to Pinterest, or on the image that you pin to Facebook, or just write that in your marketing messaging. Maybe you're going to put something like that in your listing as well to remind people or make people think, yeah, this would be a great thing for me to buy for myself for the holidays. This type of suggestive marketing goes a long way when people are looking at your product and they think, I really do need that new vacuum, and then they see your nice little graphic that says, don't leave yourself off the list. Those types of triggers make people say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to buy, and they're going to buy from you. Why? Because you're the one who gave that messaging to them. I love this one, mine, all mine. Before you lavish your loved ones with gifts, with gift upon gift this upcoming holiday season, take the time to treat yourself. And then, of course, they're suggesting that you treat yourself with a pair of shoes. So this right here, guys, promoting self-gifting for the products that you sell in your marketing and your marketing is a very powerful way to increase your sales. So what do, in addition to self-gifting, holiday buyers want this year? So surprisingly, this doesn't change a lot from year to year, but it does shift somewhat. Number one, they want product selection. They want to be able to come online and get products that they can't get offline, and to get unique gifts for the people that they're buying for. They're looking for gift sets, they're looking for limited editions, exclusives. So when you're doing your sourcing, you really want to think about, what's compelling about this product? What is it that I can purchase for my inventory that's actually going to be something that people can't get anywhere else? And we've got a whole section on sourcing, so we're going to go through that shortly. Product suggestion. They want you to do the pre-shopping for them. So you really need to look at your inventory and go, okay, what pieces in my inventory are things that would be great holiday gifts, whether it's a gift for someone else or for self-gifting. Having the buyer just kind of wander into eBay and wander into your eBay store and kind of wonder, you know, there's 1,000 items, I have no idea what to pick. That does not cut it anymore. As an e-tailer, you have to put together product suggestions, whether it's in your listing description of ways that this would be the perfect holiday gift, or in your marketing, in what you pin to Pinterest. You really need to take that extra step and curate your inventory to show people, hey, you know, I never thought about it, but this vintage candle holder would be perfect for my aunt who loves vintage glass. Holiday buyers are busy. They really struggle, and that's one of the biggest struggles they have, trying to figure out, well, what should I buy for people? They also want convenience. I mean, this comes up in the surveys time and time again, gift wrapping, gift messaging, etc. Anything that you can do to make life easier for them, and they want value. Now, you'll notice I didn't put price on this list. Do holiday buyers want to buy things at the cheapest price? Every single survey is going to tell you, yep, they're looking for a deal. But here's the thing. When someone asks you, do you want to pay more for an item or less for an item, what are you going to say in the survey? Oh, I want a deal. But I can tell you that the majority of holiday shoppers do not go out with the intention, I'm going to buy the cheapest gifts I can find for my kids, for my husband, for my... No, they're looking for something that their family and friends are going to like. So they're looking for value. They're looking for products that their gift recipients are going to like. They're looking to get a good value for the amount of money that they spend. But as much as you're going to hear, and you'll hear this in the media, oh, price, price, all they, you know, they're all shopping on price. I will tell you that first they're looking at selection and what's going to make people happy, and then they're looking at value, price versus what they're getting for the money that they're spending. So focus on selection, focus on suggestion, focus on convenience, and they are willing to pay more for that. Why? Because you're providing value. Couple nuts and bolts things, yep, it's back. It's never going away, guys. Free shipping, holiday buyers want. Free shipping, 76% say that free shipping influences what they buy and how much they spend. It's just not going away. I can tell you that. We may as well just put this one in stone. They also want the option for expedited shipping, especially after last year's, you know, delivery problems. This year, I think buyers are going to be a lot more sensitive to getting expedited shipping. They're going to be worried about on-time delivery, which means they're going to really need that tracking information, which, of course, as an eBay seller, that's not going to be an issue because that's just part of the process. Here's a big one, easy/free returns and exchanges. So we're going to talk about eBay's new extended holiday return policy a little bit later in today's webinar, but they are looking for this. And, you know, it can be a little bit scary because you have visions of they buy the toy before Christmas, the child plays with it, and now they want to return it. The majority of shoppers, they want to keep the products. You know, their intention is not give the gift and then take it away from their spouse or their child and return it, but they are looking to make that process more simple. So let's start with holiday sourcing strategies, and I call this making your list and checking it twice. So you want to get your inventory plan lined up now because inventory that is not sourced can't be sold. Makes sense, huh? So first thing you want to do is take stock of your existing inventory. What do you have in stock right now? What do you have on order? And you want to look at it with your holiday filters. So what inventory do you currently have that's going to appeal to holiday buyers? And again, it may not be something that is specifically purchased for a holiday gift. Think about it from both the self-gifting perspective as well as the gifting perspective. What do I have in stock that can be repositioned as a holiday product? You know, great example, plain white dishes. It doesn't get more basic than that. Yet the sales of plain white dishes skyrocket during the holiday selling season. Why? Because people are having guests over. They want to replace their, you know, their crummy dishes that are chipped and cracked. White obviously shows off any food to its best advantage, and so you can actually market your plain white dishes as, or a platter, a plain white platter becomes now a turkey platter for Thanksgiving, or a platter for, you know, the roast or whatever. So you really need to think about, what do I sell right now that I want to market specifically during the holidays? Now this is key. I want you to create a spreadsheet of existing holiday-friendly inventory. So why do we want to put it in a separate spreadsheet? Well, there's a couple reasons. For one, you need to wrap your arms around what inventory do you have for the holidays. It's not about just putting the whole store out there and saying, okay, people come to my store and buy. No. You need to curate that inventory both for your benefit, so you know where to fill in, as well as for the marketing, right? Because when we get to the marketing section of today's webinar, you're going to see that you're not going to be marketing the whole store. You're going to be marketing your best holiday inventory. So the easiest way, and remember, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. Prior to this, I was in brick and mortar retail, and we did the same thing. We always focused on our holiday inventory as we moved into Q4. So and you know, my clients do this, my students do this, and it always makes things more manageable. It shows them the gaps in their inventory. It gives them ideas of where they can fill in. So just create a spreadsheet, Google Docs or whatever, and make a list, just a quick list of your existing holiday-friendly inventory. So now, and it looks like we have a duplicate slide here, you want to segment this so that you can focus on getting your products in front of the right buyers. And as I said, you're going to use this list throughout the holiday for updating listings, creating marketing promotions, etc. So once you've identified, okay, what products do I already have in stock that I think will sell well during the holidays, the next step is looking at this list and saying, well, how can I expand my product line? So that might mean you're going to bring in some brand new products, some new styles, new brands from existing sellers that are already doing well. It may be that you're going to bring in some related product lines this year to what you're already selling. So you're going to look at, well, you know, I don't necessarily want to sell these products year-round, but I'm going to go out there and order some more Christmas-centric inventory for the holidays, or I'm going to go out there and look for specific gift sets, contact my supplier and find out what do they offer for the holidays. Focusing on selling that holiday inventory between September and, you know, best case scenario, it's all gone by December 25th. We know that we can stretch that out by January 15th. When you're thinking about this, you're not just out there kind of ordering inventory that you're planning on selling year long. You are looking for products that specifically you're going to sell during this holiday selling season. You can go seasonal as well. So what products do you currently sell that have seasonal themes during the holiday? Let's say you sell, you know, bath accessories. Contact your suppliers. Find out what they have that specifically they're manufacturing for the holidays. Here's a great example that I found on eBay. I love this, by the way. I just seriously have to have this, the Santa toilet seat cover. This is so cute, but I wanted to show you guys this for a couple reasons. One, here's an example of taking a basic product and getting it in a holiday theme with the plan to sell it through by December.
Hey, Lisa,
same thing. Yeah.
I have that one and it lights up. I'll send it to you.
You do? Oh my gosh, I saw
Yes.
this. I'm like, this is so cool. It's like, I gotta finish this presentation, but then I'm gonna buy it. And look at, there's 7 watchers. There's 1 person viewing this item per hour, you guys, and we're in June. We are in June. So this slide shows you why we're doing this, prepping for the holiday selling season, because buyers are on right now looking for these types of products. And so that's cool, Kat. Okay, I'm sold now. I definitely have to get this. So, you know, seasonal themes of everyday products. So maybe it's, you know, a seasonal edition of slippers, or it's a seasonal candle holders, or it's obviously holiday decor, or it's a limited edition color of a particular type of jacket you sell. That's what you want to look at. And the best way to find out, you know, so what are some things that I can source for the holidays, is to ask your suppliers. The answer to what products are going to be hot in your category are only a phone call away when you are sourcing your products wholesale. Why? Because suppliers have been producing holiday inventory all year. They have to plan, what are we going to sell during Q4? So calling them, saying, hey, what do you guys have on deck for the holidays? You know, do you have a special holiday price list? What products, what existing products that I'm already selling, what should I stock up on for the holidays? What colors do well? What styles do well? The supplier has to know this, right? Because their bottom line depends on selling products year-round. So they are a wealth of information, and you really want to take advantage of their knowledge and their insight. And really, it's just a phone call away. So if you buy products wholesale, then you absolutely want to connect with your suppliers now, because here's the other thing. When it comes to wholesale, holiday products sell out quickly, and if you wait too long, you may call and they'll say, well, yeah, we had some great holiday inventory, but I'm sorry, we're all sold out and we are not producing anymore. So sooner you contact your suppliers, the better off you are. Another way to figure out great holiday products to sell is to look at what is selling during back to school. Back to school season is considered to be the pre-holiday indicator. So products that do well during the back to school season are also going to sell well during the holidays. And you may be saying, back to school, no one's going to buy pencils and paper. Well, guys, back to school is not just about pencils and paper. I did a screenshot from Target. This is their back to college school list. Look at these categories: bath, bedding, decor, electronics, furniture, kitchen and dining, storage and organization. And look at, they do the same thing here, related categories. You know, air beds, air conditioners, bikes, bike locks, NCAA gear, any type of gear, vacuums and floor care. Vacuums are just a hot seller year-round. You know, cleaning supplies, makeup organizers, shaving and grooming, clothing, activewear, sleepwear, socks, shoes. I want everybody to get plugged into all of these back-to-school circulars, all the advertising that's coming out in your Sunday paper. Sign up for all of the mailing lists of all of the stores that sell back-to-school stuff and watch their marketing, watch their advertising. They will tell you by what they're promoting and what they're promoting, as well as what they keep marketing to you, what the hot colors are, the styles, the brands, and this is going to be your springboard for putting together your holiday inventory. You know, some other ways you can get inspired: review your last year's sales report. So what sold well for you in holiday 2013? If you are doing, you know, arbitrage sourcing, where you're going out to stores and buying inventory to resell on eBay, shop the end of season sales and the preseason sales. We're going to start seeing all of the preseason sales for back to school happening within the next couple weeks. Another great way to get ideas for products to sell during the holiday is to go to Pinterest, because Pinterest is truly a curated shopping website. That's where you are going to find millions of ideas for products to sell. All you need to do is go to Pinterest and search for the keywords holiday gift ideas, and you're going to find all these boards that people have put together. And I've got some examples here. You know, here's the Eat, Love, Save Your magazine, a luxury board. Here's a baby and kids holiday gift guide. Here's the holiday gift guide for health products. This is, even though these products are, you know, from 2013 gift boards, they will give you ideas of other products that you can pursue in your sourcing. And by the way, this applies whether you're selling new consumer goods or vintage. Vintage and collectibles also sell very, very well during the holidays. And so apply, you know, you can't call a supplier, right, for recommendations on buying vintage, but when you're out there and you're looking for items just for your everyday inventory, put on your holiday filter and think about, you know, would this be a great gift item? Is this something that people might want to add to their collection? Vintage does very well during the holidays. Some holiday sourcing reminders: keep sourcing through December. So you want to keep new products flowing into eBay. You want to be listing things every week. Buyers are going to shop right up until the very last minute, and then, as we know, after Christmas, so don't just do your sourcing until November and say, I'm done. You're never done. Trust me, when it comes to sourcing, you're just never done. And, you know, again, wholesale suppliers are going to run out of the popular goods early, and you need to have enough time if you're sourcing local to get those products. For your wholesale products, you can stagger delivery. Make sure that you get some products listed early. So get some of your products delivered by August, September, and then if you want, you can stagger. So, okay, I'm going to get some in August, September. I'm going to get some delivered in October, some delivered in November. And then with wholesale suppliers, generally you're going to be able to pay when things are delivered. So you don't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars up front and then have all of this holiday inventory sitting, you know, in your warehouse or in your home. You can actually work with them to stagger the delivery, and then you pay for that inventory as it's delivered. Big warning, if the inventory is not sitting here in the U.S. by August or September, and your wholesale supplier says, no worries, I've got a container coming in October. No, don't do it, because I can guarantee you that that container, the chances of it never getting here and you never getting that inventory or realizing the profits from that inventory, the chances of that happening are about 95%. You know, warehouse deals, cash and carry trade shows, arbitrage sourcing, again, shopping the sales, online and off. There's so many ways to get holiday inventory, but it all goes back to putting together that holiday inventory spreadsheet so you can really get a handle on what you already are selling and what you want to add, how to fill in those gaps. And then, of course, my favorite for some fill-in inventory, I call it Black Friday power sourcing, where we go out and take advantage of all those Black Friday sales and bring that great inventory that we found on sale and stood in line at Target at 3 o'clock in the morning to pay for. We then turn it around for a healthy profit on eBay. So that is your holiday sourcing plan. Now we're going to move into our holiday listing and selling strategies. So we have our inventory. We have our very specific list of holiday inventory that we are going to sell by Christmas, by January 15th at the latest. We don't want to carry it over into February, March, April. We want to buy it, sell it, profit from it, and then move on. Now let's talk about how we're going to sell it, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to market it to get it in front of more customers. So number one thing you want to do is refresh your holiday listings. This gets back to that spreadsheet. If you have 3,000 items in your store and you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to, you know, hope everybody buys everything from my store, within those listings, you know that there's going to be a lot of listings that probably need an update. No one has time to do all that, nor do you want to update listings when you're prepping for the holidays that really aren't products that are targeted for the holiday selling season. So you want to take your list of holiday inventory and you want to go through it and make sure that every single listing is ready for prime time. Polish it up, put the best foot forward on those listings, because improving a listing can result in a significant increase in sales. And we're going to talk about what does that mean, refresh it, improve it. Tell me specifically what to do. So first thing you want to do, and I'm so glad that Cindy Sorley is doing a webinar on mobile next month. You guys do not miss that. Mobile sales are huge, huge, huge for eBay and biggest for them during the holiday selling season. So pay attention to every single thing that Cindy says. Mobile optimization for your listings, though, you've got to clean it up. The listings that look like this with, you know, oversized fonts, 5 different kinds of fonts, multiple colors, tons of text, information in the listing that should not be in the listing description. It should be under the appropriate, you know, shipping fields that eBay has optimized so that the customer can click on shipping and see what is the shipping policy, what is the return policy. All that stuff needs to be cleaned out of your listings. A listing that's poorly organized is full of long paragraphs. If you still have templates that are not mobile friendly or busy backgrounds or something that is not going to show up on mobile, now is the time to clean up those holiday listings and start with those listings first, right? Because we're on that holiday track. A great way to test how your listings look is to test every single listing on mobile, or have your assistant do it, or have your kids do it, or your spouse, or somebody go through all those listings and see how they render on mobile, because what's happening is that if the listing is not rendering properly on mobile, eBay in some cases is suppressing those listings in search, and they're not even showing up when the mobile customer searches for your product if your listing is not mobile friendly. So this is critically important to think mobile and to get your listings optimized. Another thing, center justified text. No, we want it left justified, just like, normal text when we're reading a book. Keep excessive HTML out of your descriptions. Sometimes people will copy and paste a listing description from their vendor catalog, and, it's got a whole bunch of HTML code in the back. Or sometimes people have listings that they've been updating and adding to, and it's just this mess of old HTML and new HTML, and keep it out, because eBay is going to strip that HTML out of your listings anyway when they're displaying it on mobile. So guess what? If you've got a ton of HTML and that's stripped out, guess what it's going to look like? Just a big pile of words that nobody's going to read and nobody's going to be able to buy your product. So optimizing your listings for mobile, very, very important. And eBay, of course, has great tutorials in their help files on even more specifics of optimizing for mobile, but I wanted to hit on the high points. Another huge thing, and you're going to learn more about why this is as we go through today's presentation, update holiday photos. So here's the thing. Your photo is one of the core drivers of sales conversions. And I work with a lot of students, I work with a lot of clients, I'm on social a lot, I'm looking at different images, and it still is surprising to me the number of images that I see coming across Pinterest that are just absolutely not doing justice to the product. And so here's the thing. Good photos, pictures worth 1,000 words, right? Okay, good photos are worth thousands of dollars to your business and your sales. So a couple things you want to go for. Use a plain solid background. Don't photograph the products on the floor. Here's a great picture of shoes just kind of sitting on a floor. Forget the flash. Good lighting, natural lighting. If you need to, buy some lights off of eBay to give that good, even filtered lighting. Don't use a flash on your images because it just washes out the image and then it puts glare on the item that you're shooting. Fill in the frame. Your product should take up the bulk, at least 85% of that image. So we don't want to have, a huge picture of the table and then the tiny product in the middle. The more pictures that you use, the better your product will sell. eBay's done tons of studies on this, and that's why now they offer, 12 images per listing, because they know that the more pictures that you take of that item, and by the way, if you have a wholesale product that you're using the stock image, take some of your own pictures of that product, because so many people just pop up the wholesale supplier's image. And it's interesting, I just read another study about this the other day, in that consumers prefer buying products with images that are not the stock image. And a lot of times the resolution on those is terrible quality. Plus, if you're selling the same item as 5 other people and you guys are all using the stock image, guess what? There's no differentiation. But when you take that picture to display the product, make sure that the image is a high quality image. That's the caveat. If you're not going to take a good picture, then it's not even worth taking 12 bad pictures of that image. Use eBay's picture hosting, and for mobile, do not embed photos in your listing descriptions because they may not render properly, and you don't want that, when people pull it up on mobile. I mean, this is a great example, and by the way, this is pulled from eBay's help files. You can see, this listing just doesn't do anything for these products. So I put a link here, and you guys can also go to eBay's help center. They've got some great information on how to take product photos, and I think there's actually a top rated seller webinar on how to take good product photos as well. So that's another resource. But it's so critically important, you guys. Why? Because not only is your product photo going to show up on your eBay listing, it is going to show up in all the marketing that you do all over the web. And when we get to that section, I'm going to show you an example of how a bad photo, you may as well not do any marketing. So think of it that everybody's going to see this product photo. It needs to be optimal and really represent my product well. End and relist stale listings. Now, some people may have holiday inventory that has been listed since last year. You want it, and it hasn't sold, obviously. You want to end those listings, and you want to start a brand new, fresh listing, update the description, improve your photo, look at your listing titles and your descriptions, make sure that they're keyword friendly, make sure that you have really optimized the title for the right keywords that people are going to type in when they're searching for your product. If you have those old good till canceled listings and they're not performing, they're getting more and more and more and more suppressed in search, and they're not going to do any good. So again, getting back to that list of holiday inventory, and again, this is why we made a list. There's a plan for this. Go through every single one of those listings, and if it's old or stale, or we're looking past 60, 90 days, it's sitting there without a sale, I want you to end it. I want you to start it fresh. I want you to refresh it and give it a fresh start and a fresh performance score rating, so that going into the holidays, it's not going to be buried on page 23 of search. It's going to, by virtue of the fact that it's has a well-optimized title, item specifics, a well-done description, that is going to give it a boost in eBay search. Fixed price format, fixed price listings right now are about 73% of all eBay sales. It may be actually even higher now. Fixed price, really, during the holidays, people want to buy it and go. They do not want to wait for the auction to end. Now, in some situations, if it's a super hot product and there's going to be a bidding war over the next, Xbox 360 or whatever, an auction may be appropriate. Or if it's a valuable collectible that is in demand, then an auction may be appropriate. But for the vast majority of your products, especially during the holiday selling season when people are in a hurry, you want to set those with a fixed price format. And make sure that you continually refresh those listings. So for example, let's say you list new in September and it's the end of October, early November, and you're not getting any nibbles on that listing, then you want to go back and see what you can do to improve the title keywords, item specifics. Maybe you need to still add some more pictures. Maybe you need to reprice a bit, end that listing, and then start it again, so coming into November it has a fresh start in eBay search. And avoid good till canceled listings. I would say avoid good till canceled listings in general unless they're performing well, but again, during the holidays there's that sense of urgency, so you want to make sure that those listings have the best chance in search and they're just not kind of languishing out there in your store. Description don'ts and do's. Make the description compelling. Like this one, I ship on Friday morning and sooner when possible. No one is going to buy a product that says this. Now, everybody's here on the Top Rated Seller webinar, so I know you guys are not doing this, but I had to put this up here as an example. Maybe there's people who are new and don't know kind of what makes a good listing description. But your listing description should not have this type of kind of, I don't do this and I do this and I make every attempt, and no, be clear, be professional, be concise, and tell the customer exactly what they need to know to buy the product and not anything more. They don't need to know your whole life story or when you can get to the post office. That's not being professional. So, or not having enough information. So, like this one, great tent. I've used it several times and have had great camping even in the rain. Okay, that's nice. I'm happy for you, but what does the tent do? How big is it? How many people does it fit? Is it waterproof? Is it not waterproof? Tell me what I need to know to buy your product. So here is an example of a well-created listing, a well-crafted listing. You've got your description at the top, 1, 2, sentences per paragraph. You've got a bullet point list of the features, the key features that are going to help the customer decide if this is a product that they want to buy for, you know, their cousin who's an avid camper. And you have and the features, by the way, also are the benefits, features and benefits. So, you know, what does this product do for you in addition to what does the product do, and then just some of the specifications if that's applicable. You know, I will need to know certain things about a tent before I buy it. So again, keep in mind, tell the customer exactly what they need to know to make their purchasing decision, give them enough information, and then stop. Don't give them more. Get specific with item specifics. It is just mind-boggling to me the number of listings out there that don't have item specifics. Yet item specifics is your opportunity not only to put in all of the things that differentiate your product from what else is on eBay and the things that you can't fit in a listing title, but Cassini Search is looking at item specifics in order to serve up the exact product that the buyer wants to buy when they type in those search keywords. But so many listings still do not contain item specifics, or they're kind of half done. They're not very thorough. So what you want to do, again, is pull out that spreadsheet of your holiday products and say, okay, does all my inventory on my spreadsheet have proper item specifics? And so, you know, here's an example, awesome product. This is lighted Christmas tree. What did they put for item specifics? The color is purple. Except for there's 4 trees and there's no other information about these trees. We know nothing. This product is going to be back on page, you know, 75 of lighted Christmas trees because there's just not enough information there for the search engines to properly index this product. So here is an example of a seller who did a great job with item specifics. They put the condition of the item, they put, you know, the age, the movement, display, the brand, the style, even the band material. They could have added in the color. They could have added even in more detail. So you can never do too much detail with item specifics as long as it applies to the product. You don't want to embellish in a place where it doesn't apply. But every single listing should have really specific item specifics. Okay, the other thing about listings, free and expedited shipping. And, you know, eBay talks about this. I don't really need to go into a lot of detail about this because everybody's heard this a million times, but I do want to have it in the checklist. And of course, if you want to have the fast and free logo on your listings, eBay requires that you add a 1 day or less handling and offer free expedited shipping so that the item can be predicted to arrive within 4 business days based on the item location. So where you can, offer free shipping, offer free expedited shipping, or offer free shipping and expedited offers. Whatever product that you can do that on, obviously it has to financially make sense. There are certain items that, you know, offering free shipping is going to really throw the pricing out of whack, but wherever you possibly can, offer free shipping or free expedited shipping or expedited shipping as an option. Make your store speak the language of the holidays. Okay, imagine walking into a local store at Christmas and you walk in and it's like, hey, how you doing? Business as usual. There's no holiday decor. There's no music. You know, everybody's just kind of, yeah, it's just like it was in February. You know, is that going to put you in the mood to shop? And even though you might go in and buy whatever it was that you were looking for, it still does not put you in that holiday spirit. There's a reason why stores go to all of that festivity and decorations and do fun stuff for the holidays. Why? Because it makes their customers want to spend money because we're like in the mood. We're happy. We feel good, right? So you have to do the same thing to your eBay store. And the best way that you can do that is by creating a holiday-themed header. So whatever header you're using now, I want you to replace it. And you can have these created like at Fiverr, you know, for $5. You can have someone create a holiday-themed header. If you like to do these things yourself, put together something that just puts buyers in the mood to shop and lets them know that you are dialed into Christmas. You would be surprised. I mean, you will go to eBay stores in the middle of December and people will still have their generic header or, you know, something marketing Easter in their header, and you just kind of go to the stores and you're like, wow, you know, the seller's just not into it. They're not into the holidays. I don't think I'm going to, and we start thinking, you know, I don't think I'm going to find any holiday products here. Yeah, I'm just going to go somewhere else. So you want to grab them. You want them to know that you are into the holidays, you have products for them, and you do this with the visual imagery. We are in the rise of the visual web, and anything visual that you can do to engage your buyer, to interact with you, to know and interact with you by looking at your listings and browsing your store, once they know that, yep, we've got something holiday-ish for you because look at our holiday header. We are here. We've got our decorations out. That actually will engage them. The same thing with creating holiday categories. Back to doing the pre-shopping for your customers. No matter what you sell, when you do that filtering of your inventory and you put it in your spreadsheet, next you want to go back and you want to create some holiday categories and put them right here like Lynn did at the tie chest. Put them at the top of your category list. And it doesn't even matter if it's just one or two categories. Most people will be able to really come up with a variety of categories. For example, you know, gifts under $25, crazy Christmas ties versus formal Christmas ties, gadgets for the gourmet chef, bakeware for the gourmet chef, gadgets for dad the chef. Think creatively. Who is your target market? The person who's shopping for a gift, when they go to your eBay store and they're like, oh, look at this category, gadgets for the gourmet chef. Okay, I have 3 gourmet chefs on my list. I am going to look through this specific category and look at the products that this seller is telling me are perfect gadgets for the gourmet chef. You have now provided value, you have curated your inventory, and you are suggesting to them that, yep, we know what would be a perfect gift for your gift recipient. And we have gone to the work of putting it together in a category for you to make it easy for you to shop. You can see down here in the bottom right-hand corner, it's like, don't make buyers work for the sale. People will not work to find your product. They won't search through 1,000 categories or 1,000 items in your store or 200 categories in your store. No one has time. You literally need to serve those products up to them on a platter. It might be a white Christmas platter, and tell them, yes, this is the perfect gift. We know our inventory, and we know that this is the perfect gift for you. You know, holiday lip colors. If you sell cosmetics, make some categories for, you know, exotic holiday eye, holiday lip colors, you know, the smoky holiday eye, so that people, when they come and look at your store, they can go, ooh, yeah, I'm kind of, actually, I have this office party I want to go to, and I'm wearing this little black cocktail dress, and I want to do kind of a smoky eye, and, oh, that's so awesome. They've actually put together a list of what they sell, shadows, liners, etc., that are going to help me achieve the look that I want, which is the smoky eye. I'm telling you guys, most people on eBay do not do this. If you do this and your competition does not, and you do this paired with the marketing that we're going to talk about next, you will have a huge competitive edge when it comes to capturing the dollars of those holiday buyers. And keep in mind, the more specific, the better. So, you know, gifts under $25, that's fine. It's kind of generic, but people do like to shop. You know, they may have a budget, but do some really specific categories as well. Real quickly, pricing for profits. Okay, you really need to do what I call walking the floor. And this is what, you know, when I worked in brick and mortar retail, this is what we had to do. We had to go out to the sales floor. And I was a merchandise buyer, but we were down there on the floor looking at the racks, looking at the rounders, looking at, oh, oops, shouldn't have bought so many maroon shirts because nobody's buying those. We had point of sale systems. That wasn't the issue. I could go and look and see, you know, that we've got 23 maroon shirts and 10 blue shirts left. But to get out there and walk the floor, meaning go into eBay, look in your category, look at what the competition is doing, look at how the prices. Pricing is very, very, very volatile during the holiday selling season. So is the demand for your holiday products going up, and all of a sudden you start selling things and you realize that you're priced $25 too low and you have just less money because you weren't on top of the fact that the demand is going up, then you want to be out there changing those prices. As we get closer to the holidays, you know, when the Christmas ornaments aren't selling and it's December 1st, I'm going to mark those down a little bit because I don't want to get stuck with a bunch of Christmas ornaments. People are going to put their trees up early in December. I'm not going to get stuck with a bunch of Christmas ornaments on December 20th, right? Because it's too late unless, you know, the last minute procrastinator is looking for a specific holiday ornament. So raise your prices, don't leave money on the table. If your supply is outpacing demand, then mark it down, do a promotion, and do a very specific promotion, you know, save 20% until, and then keep walking the floor and keep an eye on those prices. And also, you know, are you selling enough each week to meet your sales goals? That's another reason to look at what your pricing is, because getting the money is in the details. Listing it and just letting it go is not going to make you as much money as if you list it and really micromanage during the holiday selling season. I have clients and students who every year they go in, they walk the floors, they micromanage their prices, and every year they come back to me and say, you know what, Lisa, we made thousands of dollars more simply because we spent more time every day micromanaging our pricing, and it is worth the effort. Remember, biggest selling season of the year. So a couple other things, using best offer. Best offer to increase your sales, a really good strategy, especially on those things where you're saying, yeah, you know, my supply is outpacing the demand. All right, here's the big one, eBay extended holiday returns, and I know this is really, really controversial. You know, some people love it, some people hate it, but this is eBay's new policy this year, and that is that this extended holiday returns policy gives you the option, it's not mandatory, but it gives you the option to allow buyers until January 31st to return any item that they've purchased from you between November 1st and December 31st. And so it just extends that period. Now, one thing I do not have on this slide, but I want to mention, is that you also need to connect with PayPal to make sure that, because right now PayPal gives you 60 days to refund, you need to contact PayPal to have them extend the period of time that you can refund the customer if you are going to choose to implement the extended holiday return policy. You don't have to put it on all your listings, it's listing specific, and you're going to have the option to actually set this up in September. So you are going to have to go back in September, and any holiday listings that are already running, you are actually going to have to go in and update that return policy. For those who haven't heard about this, you know, this new policy is actually now required by eBay to qualify for top-rated seller plus benefits. And so it's something that each and every business owner, you need to look at your product line. Obviously, there's some really compelling reasons to implement the extended holiday returns policy. It may not work for all your products, but for the ones that it does, it's a really good thing to implement. We, again, think that, you know, the majority of buyers are going to take advantage of it, and some will. You know, I'll be honest, some are going to. Most people, again, don't go into the holiday selling season going, I'm going to go to all the work to buy the gift, wrap the gift, give the gift. Now I'm going to take the gift back and I'm going to return it, and then the gift recipient has nothing. So there is going to be a percentage of people who will take advantage of it. But the flip side of that is knowing that there is that option to return is going to be an incentive for buyers to purchase more. All right, guys, we are about to wrap up, and I know we're 6 minutes over time, Kat. You're not going to play the music, are you? Because I'll be done in like 5 minutes.
I really don't even have the music, I promise.
Thank goodness. You know what? I was banking on that. I'm like, I don't think Kat will play me out.
I know. I do that. Good content deserves to be heard. You go, girl.
And I knew you didn't have a hook. I'm like, Kat wouldn't give me the hook. So
no.
Yeah, I kind of went into this knowing we might go a bit over, but we really will be done in about 5 minutes. So here's the third piece of your holiday plan. So we've worked on sourcing. We've looked at your listing and your selling strategies. Now we are going to do what's called inbound marketing, and that is we are going to go outside of eBay. We are going to go to some places on the web that I'll show you in a minute, and we are going to get your best holiday inventory in front of more buyers and in front of new buyers. Again, getting back to that spreadsheet. When you know what you're trying to sell during the holidays, now we're going to take that list and we are going to get out there and we are going to market those products. So we have to bring shoppers into our listings from outside of eBay. You cannot rely only on eBay search to get your products seen. It's just simply too competitive. There's too many people, you know, who they aren't doing any type of external marketing. If you're not doing external marketing, you're there on eBay competing for the buyer eyes in eBay search, you know, competing on maybe the same products. We need to get additionally, we need to optimize for eBay search, but we need to get external to eBay, and we need to connect with buyers outside of eBay and bring them to your eBay store and your products. Connect with those customers that your competition won't. How are we going to do this? Well, this is the way to connect with buyers, and it is through visual content. Now, this, I know this slide, they're like, whoa, this slide is different. I actually pulled this from my visual content velocity presentation that I just did at eBay Radio. Visual, you guys, visual content, I'm going to show you what that is. This is the type of marketing that is really capturing buyer attention. It's converting more sales. It is leading buyers easily to your products on eBay. And, well, first of all, before I say what I was about to say, here is a representation. So, you know, we have potential customers out here on Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, eBay buying guides. We have all these people out here who may not come through eBay's front door and look for products. So what our goal is to have some of our products out here in these different channels, so you know the person on Pinterest sees your product and they're like, oh, that would be a really cool gift, and then they follow the path that you've set for them directly to your products or your eBay store. Now, one thing I really want you to think about when you're marketing for the holidays is market the products, not the store. And I should have had a separate slide for this, but I don't. Market the products, not the store. So when you are marketing the products, so a lot of people say, shop my eBay store for great Christmas gifts. The person comes to their eBay store, they don't have any holiday categories, there's no holiday messaging, and then it's like, okay, whatever, I'm leaving. You have to market the specific products instead of marketing your whole store. Now that doesn't mean that you can't say, you know, visit our eBay store, but primarily you want to pick from that list of products, whether it's the watch or the Fitbit or the flashlight or the water bottle or whatever it is, and you want to think, how am I going to sell this to a potential customer, as opposed to how am I going to get potential customers into my store so they can just look around and figure out what they want. Why? Because the holiday buyer is not going to work for that sale. So what we're going to do is we're going to market your individual products using visual content marketing so that your products are in the right place at the right time in front of the right buyer, and it's going to be a natural evolution for them to go and look at your listing and make that purchase. So in order of importance, number one visual content marketing tool is to get your products discovered on Pinterest. Pinterest is the #1 marketing tool. So Pinterest is more than just a popular place to look for products. It is profitable. ComScore did a survey and found that Pinterest users rank second on the buying power index. And the buying power index is basically, you know, how much disposable income do consumers have to use to purchase products. LinkedIn, interestingly, is #1. Why? Because there's a whole bunch of CEOs on LinkedIn who have a ton of money. So that's cool, but for e-commerce, you want to be on Pinterest. This is, again, if you're going to start with your marketing, Number one, I want you to build out your Pinterest presence. Last year, shoppers coming from Pinterest spent nearly $170 per session on average, whereas shoppers coming from Facebook spent $95 per session. So even though Facebook has a bazillion users, more than Pinterest, people are not going to Facebook as much to buy or look for holiday gifts. They're going to Pinterest to look for gift ideas. So, and Twitter shoppers, you know, they're spending like $70 per session, which isn't bad, but it's nothing like what you're seeing at Pinterest. So your goal with every single product you list, it is truly not listed until it's pinned to Pinterest, okay? So think of that as part of your process. I list it on eBay, I pin it to Pinterest. When you are pinning to Pinterest, and you want to start this now, you want to theme your boards with gift-related themes, okay? So again, thinking about what products are on my spreadsheet, now what boards filled with both my products and content, so gift ideas, cool Christmas images, ways to use my product. What boards can I start creating now? And you want to create them in the summer so they start getting indexed in Pinterest search with gift-related themes, with seasonal themes. So here are some examples. You know, eco-friendly toys, Christmas for him. I love this, my pink Christmas. Here's Lynn's Star inside the tie chest. This is what you want to do, is create these themed boards. Now, here's something that we know this year that we didn't know last year. Last year, Pinterest put out this holiday gift guide, and what they looked for were very niched themed holiday gift boards. So even the boards that said Christmas Gifts 2013 and had a whole bunch of different products, those boards, because they weren't niched, Pinterest didn't put those boards as much in the gift guide. They were looking for really unique gift boards that targeted a very specific type of person. So when you're putting together your Pinterest boards, this is how I want you to think and name them in a way that is very specific. So eco-friendly toys, a great example, as opposed to, you know, top 10 toys. You can also have a Pinterest board with your store brand. You can put that in your top row of Pinterest boards, and you can, in that board, put all of your products in that store board. On your other themed boards, I want you to keep it about 75-30. So 75% content related to whatever theme that you are creating the board around, and then about 30% of your products. Big thing, don't pin your products all at once. Do a little bit of pinning every day. You do not want to flood Pinterest. You know, you list 50 products on eBay and then you flood Pinterest with 50 pins. I log in, I'm just like hit with this massive marketing campaign and I unfollow you. You do not want that to happen to you on Pinterest. And, you know, I have a product, pinterestforecommerce.com, where we go into all of this. Just about to update it for holidays 2014. So if you guys want, you know, much more detailed information on how to use Pinterest, you can go to pinterestforecommerce.com. But here's the thing, Pinterest users use Pinterest search up here in the left-hand corner to search for gift ideas. Here's an example, and this is from last year. This year I'm going to do my boards differently, although this was a good board, top stocking stuffers. I held the #1 position for the search top stocking stuffers throughout the entire holiday selling season. In fact, I think it's still there. I haven't checked it recently. And it's tremendous visibility, because when people were searching for stocking stuffers 2013, my boards were coming up. Now, my boards have products from a variety of different places, students' products, clients' products, just content on stocking stuffers as well. But you can do this with your boards if you theme them very, very tightly. And then what happens is, in addition to potentially getting them in the Pinterest gift guide, which, I mean, that was just crazy for people. They sold a lot of stuff. When people come searching for a specific type of gift or a specific gift for a type of person, your boards can get, whoops, go away, iTunes. Your boards can get featured on this board search result page in Pinterest. We talked about images. I love this. Pin this, not that. Okay, if your pictures, and I know nobody here is doing a picture that's this terrible, but talking about those white backgrounds, look, if your pictures on eBay are crummy, there's no point in pinning it to Pinterest. Why? Because this does not sell these pants. I mean, no one is going to buy these. This type of image sells the product. And so you really have to think of listing and marketing as one continuous process. It is not two separate endeavors. And the images, again, we are in the rise of the visual web where visual content is selling products. It's more important than ever before. More consumers expect a good product image. Here's another thing you need to know about Pinterest and eBay pins. So when you pin your product from eBay, eBay automatically posts your listing title to Pinterest, and then they duplicate in the Pinterest description box, they duplicate the title. Now there's thousands of pins on eBay that are just like this. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, okay, great. Here's the title, which I can't change. There's nothing I can do. It's going to be that string of searchable keywords. But this area down here in the bottom right-hand side, I actually can change that. So what you want to do with your what I call your pin description, pin title is the name of your product, pin description is you want to write what I call color copy. And that's just simply like an old marketing term for writing something that's going to make the product sound really good to a potential customer. So what I wrote for this little swimming pool here is I wrote, so instead of, what eBay automatically posts is the title, inflatable sunshade, kitty child swimming pool, Intex toddler baby kids toys, hashtag Intex. It's like, okay, that's great. That doesn't tell me anything. Here's what I wrote. Great for toddlers. Removable sunshade provides shade when needed and lets the sun in when wanted. So, wow, now I'm looking at this, I'm like, yes, this is perfect. This would be perfect for my little toddler. So here's the trick, you guys, for writing good Pinterest pin titles and descriptions. And again, this is my term. This is not a Pinterest term. Your pin title, the first thing is always going to be the name of your product. So not a long string of keywords, but just the name of your product. And then your description, think about what would you say to the customer if they were standing right in front of you. What would you tell them? What's the number one thing you would tell them to get them excited about your product? That's what you want to write in your Pinterest description. And the big benefit here is this removable sunshade. So that's what I would be talking to my customer about. So people are always like, I don't know how to write sales copy. I don't know what that is. Don't even go there. Just think about the person is in your store. You welcome them to your store. They're looking at the product. What is the coolest feature or the most compelling feature about the product that you want to share? Another thing, suggested uses. Okay, getting back to that white platter. When you're posting the white platter at Easter, what's your pin description going to say? This is perfect size for, a 12-pound Easter ham. What are you going to do when you post it at Christmas? This is perfect for a 15 to 25-pound turkey. Now all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a turkey platter. They've already told me this is going to fit the size turkey I normally buy. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click through to eBay and I'm going to look at this person's product. This is how you market, guys. Just the pinning, being on Pinterest will not sell anything. Just repinning mindlessly will not sell anything. You actually have to think about what to say about your products to market them. Okay. Holiday gift guides. Holiday gift guides, again, curated content, a great way to provide shoppers with suggestions for the perfect gift. So, here are some examples, and I'll let you read the slide. I'm not going to go through all of them, but our 10 most popular golf accessories, or top 10 gifts for kids aged 4 and under. Look at your inventory and figure out how you can group things into a collection and create a simple gift guide. Now you can publish these gift guides in many, many places. So one gift guide does multiple marketing duty. So, here's an example, 30 best gifts for babies. If I have a baby, I want to see what's on this guide. You can publish these on your eBay store custom pages, eBay guides, Pinterest, Facebook. You can announce your gift guide on Twitter. You can even do a quick YouTube video with just a PowerPoint list of the top 10 gifts for, babies under 12 months. So this is a really powerful way to not only become an authority in your category, but to show buyers that you know your product line and you're helping them pick the right gift. Because how many people have really no clue as what to get people at Christmas? They need your help. The eBay buying guides. Now this is your second, so we're going to do Pinterest. We're going to do some eBay buying guides. eBay revised their buying guides. I love the buying guides now. Here's an example of one that one of my clients did for Mother's Day. They put together a buying guide for Mother's Day gift suggestions. You can see very visual. They use some great pictures of their products, and at the top of the buying guide, buyers can go directly to their store. So eBay gives you this marketing tool. Most people do not use it. I would say probably 90% of eBay sellers do not use buying guides. Now, why would you want to, other than, it's some great content? Well, because you're going to get found in search. So your product, your individual listing, the chances of getting an individual listing getting found in Google, very slim. Why? Because eBay is putting portal pages in Google, right? So they're showing pages that take you to categories of products, not your individual products. But check this out. What if you sell Santa suits? So here's an eBay buying guide on Santa suit costume buying guide. This is showing up on page 1 of Google. So if I'm trying to buy a Santa suit, I don't know sizing, I don't know how to choose it. I type into Google how to buy a Santa suit. I'm never going to get to your specific products, but I will get very likely to your buying guide. And look at this buying guide, 22,596 views. That's 22,000 people who now know about this eBay seller. And these are the types of things you want to start on now in the summer so they have time to get indexed in search. And here are links to all of their products that they sell. The biggest mistake they made is they did not put any images in here. So you always want to put product images in your eBay buying guides, because that visual component is going to keep people, this is way too much text, the visual component is going to keep people engaged. The other thing, oops, and it looks like we are, hold on a second, I've got to go to a different slide here. Actually, I'm going to skip that. So getting ranked. Here's a, that's YouTube, I don't want to go there actually. Okay, so never mind, we did not skip a slide, I skipped ahead of myself. I do that sometimes, I go really, really fast, my mind just zips ahead. Okay, so eBay buying guides, that's your second marketing tool. Number 1, Pinterest, number 2, eBay buying guides. Now I want you to create a couple quick and easy videos so that you can get your products, remember your products, not your store, on page 1 of Google. You do that by creating like a product review. So, I sell a blender. I'm going to do a short 30-second video just talking about this blender. What are some of the highlight features? I might do a product demo. I might just even do a quick video showing the product from all sides. Well, why do I want to do that? Well, number 1, buyers search YouTube, which is the second largest search engine. They search YouTube looking for product reviews for specific products before they buy them. But the other thing is Google loves video on their front page. So take a look at this. Here is someone who has a YouTube video for the Ninja Kitchen, the Ninja blender, and you can see here eBay is paying for a paid ad on Google. So is Target, so is Macy's, so is Walmart, so is Bed Bath & Beyond. And this person, who's just an average person, just like you and me, created this little video. It's 2 minutes. It's a little bit long. And they got their product ranked on the first page of Google. Now take a look at this. Here is an eBay seller who did a short video on this Disney canister set that she was selling. And this canister set, all she did was just do a shot of the canister. No music, no talking, no face video. you know, she just showed the people the set from all different directions. Check this out. Again, eBay, Macy's, replacement.com, they're all paying for sponsored ads. Now we have the Disney store. Here we have eBay paying for an ad, another Disney store ad, and even a portal page to eBay for Disney canister sets. Look at this. There is her video, and it is on page 1. You can see right here, it is on page 1 amongst all of these big multi-billion-dollar corporations who are paying through the nose to be on that front page. That simple, targeted, specific product video landed her on page 1. So this is the power of doing YouTube product reviews. You don't have to do them for all your products, obviously, but take your holiday list, pick a few products that you really want to get visibility for, and do a short video. When I say short, keep it less than 60 seconds, no more than 2 minutes. 2 minutes is really too long. Do a demo, you know, do a comparison video, a product review. Unboxing, crazily enough, people search for unboxing all the time. Unboxing videos, which is basically take your product out of the box, and like you think, why would anyone want to watch someone take a product out of the box? You know, we don't really care, we just know it works, right? Because searches for unboxing videos are off the charts. You know, for the most part, people just want the experience. They want to see what it's like. They want to hear you, see you take it out of the box, talk a little bit about the features. And so this is a super easy way. You don't have to show your face. You can if you want, but if you don't want to get on camera, just talk, use your cell phone, have someone hold the cell phone, record you unboxing the product, talking about the product, showing, you know, it's wrapped in, you know, very securely, nice gift wrapping, etc. Or, you know, take it out of the box, here are the features. Very, very, very powerful. And the one thing you do have to do is you do need to search engine optimize your YouTube videos. So what I want you to do is I want you to go back to your eBay title, and I want you to take the keywords and that you've used in your eBay title, the most important keywords, and I want you to write a YouTube video title, but I want you to make it readable. So on eBay, you can kind of get away with making, you know, it a string of search keywords. On YouTube, you really are going to want to say something like, you know, rare Disney canister set, or rare Disney ceramic canister set, and then from, and then your store name. Because you want to, if possible, put your store name in your YouTube video so that when people go to your YouTube channel, they can do a search by your store name and actually pull up all of the videos from all of the products that you have created videos for that are on your YouTube channel. And I didn't put this in here in my slides here, but I did share this at the eBay Radio Conference. One of our longtime students, clients, and I also call them, honored to call them dear friends, Bill and Maida Webster of Connectables. They've been doing YouTube videos since 2008. So you can find their videos on YouTube by searching for the keyword Connectables. They have 4 million views on their YouTube channel. And if you go and look at their YouTube videos, they're very, very simple, exactly what we're talking about here, but they optimize their title. Sometimes they optimize their description, sometimes they don't. I want you to optimize your description just because it's going to get you better indexing in Google when Google comes to index those YouTube videos. And then also use relevant tags in the video, setting the video tags. Optimizing your YouTube videos. The canister set video was not optimized. It still landed on page 1, but I believe that you need to do everything you can to give your video the best chance of landing on page 1 of Google. So put your keywords in the title, put your store name there, you know, take your description from your eBay listing and massage it a little bit and use it as your video description, and then add some tags to your videos. And if you're thinking, I'm marketing products, not my store, now all of a sudden you're going to start to get traffic to this YouTube video, traffic from the video over to your eBay store. There's one slide we don't have here, and so I'm just going to tell you, when you create your video, there's something called an annotation, and that is a an ability to put a link over to your product page or to your eBay store, but in your video description you can also put the link directly to your listing. Now, if the listing is something that is going to end and you're not going to have any more of those products, in that situation you're either going to want to go back and update that link, or you might want to link to a category. So it really kind of depends on the product. Can't go into a lot more in video here because we really are out of time, but I'm going to give you a resource at the end of today's presentation where you can get more information on this. And then you take one video and you push it out, Pinterest, Facebook, you know, push it out to your eBay store pages, Twitter. You guys repurpose your content, repurpose your marketing. You don't have to create all this new stuff. One eBay guide can be published in multiple places. One video can be published in multiple places. And finally, we are going to just talk quickly about Facebook, and then we are going to wrap up for today. You know, Facebook is still a viable way, even though Facebook reach has diminished over the past year. Your business and your brand still needs a presence on Facebook. So a Facebook business page where you're posting product tips and images and videos and product reviews, any content you create, you can post it over on your Facebook page. You may not get 1 million followers or 1,000 followers in the first month, but here's the thing about marketing. And this is my philosophy and our company's philosophy on marketing. Marketing is like compound interest. You do a little every day and your efforts start to build on each other and have a big impact in your business. You have to start somewhere with your marketing. No longer can you sell on eBay and not do marketing and really maximize your sales. So when you're thinking about this marketing, think about two things. Number one, making it as visual as possible. So if you're posting on Facebook, you're using great images that are really going to draw people in. And number two, know that if you do a little every day, it is like compound interest. And a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, your following will start to grow. Your presence will start to grow. Everybody here is in this business for the long haul. Marketing does not happen overnight, but so many people stop and say, oh, well, I don't have any followers, so why should I start? Everyone started with 1 follower. Everyone started from square zero. So not just for the holidays, but for eBay sales in general, marketing has to be a core part of your strategy. So Facebook, you know, use the visual. Make your cover photo. Take that cover photo from your eBay store and put it on your Facebook business page. Make it seasonal. I couldn't find any because we're not in the holidays. Couldn't find any screenshots of holiday Facebook pages, cover photos right now. But here's a couple examples of cover photos that are very visual, that really jump out at the person. You know, if you're advertising on Facebook or when they come to your page, if it's during the holidays, what do you want to do? Speak the language of the holidays. One final tip on Facebook. For those of you who already have a business page and those of you who are getting started, you know, I want you to post frequently. Post 3 to 5 times a day so that you're capturing people who are coming in at all different points in the day. You can actually schedule your Facebook posts so you don't have to be at your computer 3 to 5 times a day. And again, I have a resource that I'm going to share with you that's going to help you to implement some really, really fantastic visual content marketing strategies for the holiday selling season. So we've gone through our 3 areas. We have gone through sourcing. We have gone through listing. We have gone through marketing. We basically have put together a holiday plan for you to start your prep no matter when you're seeing this video. And if you just stick with this, this is going to make a huge difference in not only your sales this holiday season, but in the amount of new customers that you can reach and sell to and retain as new customers who are going to come back to buy from you throughout the rest of the year, because the holidays, it's not just about the one-off sale, it's about starting to build that repeat business from the customers. So thank you everyone for being here today. Kat, I know my 5 minutes stretched into a lot more than 5 minutes.
Lisa,
Okay. Get the hook, Kat.
you know me, and for those of us that are wondering what we're talking about the music, Lisa and I and a bunch of us, Karen, just got back from the eBay radio party, and the way they keep their speakers on track is as you get to the end of your given time, your hour, the music starts up, and it gets louder and louder until nobody can hear you, so you have to stop. So that's what we're joking about. Just like on the radio.
Transition.
And Lisa, you know me, as long as you're giving out good content, I'm not turning any music on or getting any hooks. So we're good, because that was all very good content.
And plus, we did much better than last time, because if I remember correctly, last time, Lisa, you were here, we were here for 2.5 hours.
Because
I know,
Lisa,
because we have like an hour's worth of questions.
Yes,
Exactly.
Okay, well,
wonderful.
I'm gonna turn it over to Karen for the questions, but I wanted to let everybody know about this little blog we have here. Don't forget our Facebook group, guys. Karen and I have been working really hard on the content there. We're up to 1,500 sellers, Lisa, and we're going to start doing some eBay store reviews where people can post their listings or can post their eBay stores, and we can all of us, not just Kat and Karen, Lisa, we'd love to have your input. All the members there could just say, hey, I love your store. Have you thought about doing this? Or when I did this with my store, it really helped. So, join the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/TRS webinars. And for everything else, for joining the newsletter, for finding out about the webinars, don't forget we're now hosted at ecommerceweekly.com. And I'll turn it over to Karen and Lisa for the Q&A.